Hello, welcome to this new video. And in this new video, we are going to talk about what Ethernet channels are, right? And Ethernet channels, the idea behind Ethernet channels is that we can combine multiple physical interfaces into one logical interfaces. You can also combine up to 8 physical interfaces together, but it is recommended to use up to 6, okay? Up to 6 physical interfaces. And we are going to start with the first one, which is the PAgP, which is port aggregation. And it was also a Cisco technology. It was developed by Cisco and is the older one. And the newer one is LACP, which we're going to configure in the next video. So let's go ahead and start talking about no, let's not talk about it, but let's start configuring what I mean by combining multiple physical interfaces into one logical interface. So let's take a look at this. Let's go ahead and put gigabit in gigabit 1, and also gigabit 2, and gigabit interface 2 right here. So 2, 2, and 1. Let's put a note right here. G1 on this side and G2 on this side, correct? And let's also configure rapid uh, interface so we can work a little bit faster. Spanning tree. This has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about today. I just want to configure rapid um, per VLAN spanning tree so we can work a little bit faster, right? Since they go up and down faster than just plain PVST. Config T, and let's paste this here. Let's also create the host name. This I believe is switch 2. Let's do the same for this one. Host name, switch 1. Okay, so that's good. So as you can see right now, uh, spanning tree is always on by default. And what we have right here is a loop. And since spanning tree saw that we have a loop here, it disabled or it blocked this interface. Okay, so we're going to take a look at that. Um, show spanning tree. Let me see. Oh, this is a bridge. So this is a root. So both of them are going to be foreign. So since this one is not the root, this one is going to show that one of them is black or is alternating. Show spanning tree, correct? Here we go right here. So as we can see, gigabit um, 02 is alternating right now, and that is because the interface is higher than this one. If this one was 3, then 2 was going to be big to be foreign status, but this one is blacking right now. Okay, so as you can see right now, that's blackening, and that's because we have a loop. We have two interfaces. If we have both of them foreign, we're gonna have a loop because we're gonna keep sending back and forward information with each other. So what we can do is actually configure this Ether channel, which is Port Aggregation Protocol, and that's going to make these two physical interfaces into one logical interface, and the loop is going to stop after that. So let's go ahead and configure that. And to we gotta go to config terminal, and now from here what we have to do is go to interfaces, range, and then gigabit. So we're gonna go to both of them, and we have to start by doing a, let me see what I believe is port channel. Let me see. Let me take a look to verify that we are doing it right. So it's channel group. My apologies, I had a brain fart. So it's going to be channel group, and we're going to call it 1. That's just to identify which channel we have, because we can have multiple channels, right? Since we have multiple interfaces, physical interfaces, so we can create multiple channel groups. So this is one, and now the mode that we want to put, the mode that we are going to do is, we actually going to take a look at this because it's a little bit different than what we have been configuring before. So to create a PAgP, we want to set this one as auto, right? And that's going to create a, a PAgP channel group if another PGP is detected on the other side. So let's just do add desirable because I want it to be PAgP unconditionally. So let's go ahead and set this as desirable. And here it is, it went down, up, and then gigabit went down, and then this one went up. So let's do the same on the other switch. Let's go ahead and copy this, and it is still not one logical interface, is still two, and this is why it's still blocking. So let's go interface config t, paste this one, and channel group, and let's set it to one, and mode, let's set it to, this time we are going to set it to, we could either set it to auto or desirable, either one should do it. Let's just set it to desirable, and here it is. Or ports interfaces went down and then it went up. Okay, so now let's see what's happening right now. As you can see right now, all four physical interfaces are up, but that's why we had combined these two interfaces into one logical interface, and therefore we do not have a loop anymore. Okay, so let's take a look at some show commands, and let's say show, and just let's just show a span tree first. And as you can see right here, we only have one interface. Remember that before we have gigabit 1 and gigabit 2, and one of them was alternating and was blocking, and the other one was forwarding, correct? So now since we only have one interface because we combine gigabit 1 and gigabit 2 into one logical interface, what we can see right here that we only have one interface and it is forwarding. And what, by doing this, by combining these two physical interfaces, what we have is now a higher bandwidth and also a higher throughput, correct? So that's good. And this is another way to eliminate loops, and we get a lot more bandwidth, correct? And let's take a look on this one too. Let's do a show command on switch one. As you can see, show spanning tree protocol. And here it is. That is the interface. It's only one interface and it is foreign because it combined both of them, both of the interfaces, both of the physical interface into one logical interface, which is called port channel 1, correct? We can also do a show IP interface brief, right? And it should be either on, yeah, it should be on top. And here it is, port channel 1, which is an interface. It's a logical interface, but it's an interface, and the status is up, and it's also up. So it is working correctly. Let me see if we can do a show. Is it port? Let's see. Ethernet. Let's see. And let's do a port channel 1. Let's take a look at port channel. Just port channel. Okay. So let's show Ethernet port channel, and we can see right here that we only have one so far, one port channel, and that port channel is using PAgP, which is the protocol that we wanted to use, which is an old one. And what is combining right now is combining gigabit 1 and gigabit 2, and we have it as desirable, right? That's the state. That's how we configure it to be. So it is desirable right now. Port security is disabled. We can talk about that on another video. So as you can see, this is all for this tutorial. On the next one, we are going to talk about what it is, LACP, or Link Aggregation Protocol, which is by the IEEE, and is the newer version of PAgP, and it is what it is being used right now because it's a newer version and it's a lot better than PAgP. Okay, so I see you on the next one, guys. Bye bye.